Hello, Mr. Muhammed is here. Let's find the domain and range for these two square root functions. The most important thing about square root, we must not get less than 0 under the square root. 0 or more than 0 is okay. That's why we're taking under the square root x plus 3. It must be more than or equal to 0 because under square root 0 doesn't have problem. The square root of 0 is 0. But the square root of negative numbers is undefined. That's why we don't want to get any undefined cases. To start this, it's x plus 3 greater than or equal to 0. Send x to the other side. So x is greater than or equal to negative 3. So the domain for this function is all the numbers which they are greater than or equal to negative 3. So we can straight away call this domain. So domain for f is, there are a lot of ways to write domain. Let's write in the form of set this time. The domain of f is equal to x while x is greater than or equal to negative 3. We can also write the domain as, because it has equal with it, we can say it's negative 3 closed because of this equal, from negative 3 to positive infinity, and infinity is always open. To find the range for the same function, think about these numbers. If we input some of these numbers here, how do the function behave? If we put negative 3 here, it will be 0. So it means 0 is inside the range, because when we put negative 3 here, negative 3 plus 3 is 0. If we put negative 2, negative 2 plus 3 will be equal to 1. The square root of 1 is still 1. With this negative will be negative 1. If we input, for example, 10, 10 plus 3 is 13. The square root of 13 is a number more than 3, and then it will be negative. If we input, for example, 97, 97 plus 3 will be 100. The square root of 100 is 10. With this negative will be negative 10. So as you see, we didn't get any positive number from this function by inputting these possible numbers. By inputting these possible numbers, we didn't get any positive number. So the function has the range of this function. We got 0. The range of f is equal to, we got 0, but we didn't get any number more than 0. That's why the 0 is closed, because we exactly got 0 and negative infinity. So in the form of range, the smaller numbers must be on left. That's why it's open from negative infinity until 0, and the 0 is closed because we got exactly 0. To do the second function, again, under the square root must be always positive or 0. So x minus 2, the largest possible number that we can input in this function, is the smallest possible number is 2, because 2 minus 2 is 0. If we put any number less than 2 here, we will face some negative numbers under the square root. That's why we don't want to get any negative numbers. The domain for f is equal to big numbers, they don't have problem. The smallest possible number that we can input here is 2. So from 2 to positive infinity. If we put 1, positive 1 here, 1 minus 2 will be negative. It will be undefined. And domain should contain all the numbers that they are defined. They don't make an indeterminate form. To find the range, think range of f. Think if we input these numbers in this function, what are the outcomes? If we put 2, we will get 0. If we put 3, we will get 1. If we put 4, it will be 4 plus 2, 4 minus 2 will be 2, then the square root of 2, it's more than 1. So the results are always from 0 to infinity. If we put 102, 102 minus 2 is 100, the square root of 100 is 10. So as long as we put bigger numbers in this function, the results will be bigger. So the domain and the range. Thanks for watching.